From legislation paving the way for a separatist vote to social media location data, an Alberta app helping consumers shop locally, and tourism in Calgary on the upswing. Our Primetime This Week panel is in, and joining us this evening, Danielle Paradis, a freelance writer and associate professor of journalism at MacEwan University, and Ellen Parker, founder and CEO of Parker PR in Calgary. Good evening to you both, and let's begin with the Alberta government introducing sweeping changes to 7 different pieces of legislation, including amendments to rules around citizen-led petitions that would force the Alberta Prosperity Project to refile its pro-separation question currently before the courts, and the Justice Minister will now have the power to kill questions deemed unconstitutional.
If those seeking independence believe that they have the support for it, this is their chance to prove it. This is their chance to demonstrate it.
As for the Forever Canadian petition verified by Elections Alberta this week, the government says it can proceed. There will, however, be a roadblock to new political parties registering with words like Conservative, Liberal, Democratic, Wildrose, Advantage, and Communist.
It would be no different than a party coming forward and seeking to register a name, the Alberta Democrats, or the New Liberals, or the Greenest Party.
Also of note, seeking a nomination to run for MLA will require 100 signatures. That's up from the current 25. That's a direct response to the longest ballot campaign faced by Pierre Poilievre in his recent federal by-election. Danielle, how do you see these changes impacting the political landscape in this province?
Well, I think that the Pierre Poilievre long ballot initiative was mostly citizens registering their dissent at the way he was perceived to be swooping into a riding that he didn't have a historical legacy to, and he won quite handily. So I think, it's not going to confuse Alberta voters to the extent that it causes significant changes. It does maybe slightly jam the system, but that's democracy. It's messy.
Ellen, what do you see the Smith government accomplishing here with many of the changes in this massive bill?
Well, I think she's attempting to kind of reset the relationship with the federal government. She's, again, kind of trying to push that power piece where she wants control. She wants more control over our economy. I think it's definitely a power play. It's definitely creating a lot of polarization. Obviously, we've seen that across our entire province. I feel like, with the referendum question, bringing that again to the table, changing the rules will, I think, give people a little bit of pause around leadership, to be honest with you. And in light of the back to work policy, which was sort of the opposite, not letting the citizens make decisions, is a bit contradictory. So there's a lot happening, but I definitely think it's a play to get more power here in our province.
Danielle, on that citizen-led initiative front, given the changes, what do you feel is the likelihood Albertans will, at some point in the future, face an actual referendum on independence?
Putting an estimate on that is going to be tough. The Thomas Lukaszuk petition did meet all of the requirements, so it's verified. If there's a government incentive to not put it forward, then I imagine that they will drag their feet. But I'm going to put our odds somewhere at 50-50.
Oh, okay. Ellen, and how do you think Albertans will respond to the government imposing those restrictions on the naming of political parties, most notably banning the word conservative?
Yeah, well, I think number one, the appetite now for these folks to come forward about separation is it's easier for them now. There's now more of a mechanism for that to happen, which is unfortunate in my opinion. And I believe with the naming, I as a small business myself, I look at the trademark and I think that there is validity in that. I would like to see processes and systems and follow rules and regulations that are consistent. And if you want to name something, there has to be kind of a trademark law, as there is for businesses, I think, applied to naming campaigns myself. So I do agree with that point, but I feel like there's a lot of power playing happening, and I question leadership with respect to that.
All right. Next up, social media as a reflection of the political landscape in our province. Case in point, growing support for the separatist Republican Party of Alberta.
It doesn't come with, with pomp and circumstance, but it is shifting. And so those are positive signs for us in our movement.
Yeah, head online, and it's easy to believe. The town square filled with almost nonstop separatist sentiment. But everything may not be as it seems.
Our information environment is increasingly becoming a rage economy. And what we're seeing is foreign actors, foreign individuals sort of monetizing our polarization.
A new feature on the X platform shows account location, and those pushing separation don't appear to be from Alberta or even Canada.
They don't really have an interest in what's going on. The sentiments are probably not genuine. They just want to get the engagement.
While some foreign actors have been exposed, other users claim there's been a mistake. Take the Alberta Prosperity Project with more than 15,000 followers, including the Premier. It comes up as Thailand, but the group says it's purely Alberta rooted, and that the new location feature raises critical questions about privacy and free expression. So what are Albertans to make of the location data?
I would always take with a grain of salt and see if somebody else that I know and trust that have, a proven track record of providing accurate information.
Other accounts claim they use a VPN to hide their real location or were tagged while traveling. Ellen, real or rage farming? Where do you weigh in on the value of this new X feature as a means of increasing transparency?
Yeah, well, we've seen with social media, there's so many things that are not real, like all the bots that are happening and the location not being accurate. So we're losing trust, I think, with social media. I believe that there's certain things, myself in my own business, we have a lot of different softwares that we utilize to determine and verify credibility. I think it's effective if it's local and you have some connection with the people behind the product or the business. So that's one thing to consider. But yeah, I think mistrust is something that's growing. And when we see things like this, I know I have a number of clients who are saying, we don't want to use X anymore. Let's just quit using X and we'll use Instagram and LinkedIn. So it's a trend. There is a trend and a shift away from X specifically, but with this location information now coming out, it's again leading to that mistrust for sure.
Danielle, what does this all say about the state of social media? And to follow up on some what Ellen said there, do you have a preferred approach to weeding out the bots, spotting the fake accounts?
Mm-hmm. Local engagement is available for people if you want to know, if you want to hear more from Cam Davies, he does have town halls around. I would try to prioritize in-person communication or activities, because that's going to help you, touch grass, literally, go out, talk to people. It may not be people that you agree with, but I think it's definitely a safeguard against some bot in Russia. The location data is a complicated situation because there's certainly foreign agitators. If you look at the tenant media scandal, there was a number of influencers, including some here in Canada, who were paid by shady Russian foreign actors in order to produce content on things like residential schools, which is deliberately divisive. So you do have to take that with a grain of salt, and I think constantly be asking yourself questions, even more so if it aligns with what you already believe, because that's where you're most vulnerable.
Indeed. Okay, time for us to take a bit of a break. But when we come back, a Made in Alberta app to motivate shopping local, and a record-breaking year for tourism in Calgary. More from our Primetime This Week panel in a moment. Welcome back. Albertans, like many Canadians, are feeling motivated to shop local in this time of tariff turmoil and economic uncertainty, and that's motivating Alberta's business community to crank up production on the home front.
A lot of our ingredients are grown in Alberta, from our Durham semolina flour to our cattle, like our beef for our meatballs and meat sauce.
Now more than ever, it's so important to support local. It's so important to help our local economy by supporting businesses that are made right here in Alberta.
And to help connect with those businesses is the new Made in Alberta app developed by the Alberta Food Processors Association.
All you have to do is take a photo with the app, or search a company, or search a product, search a type of product, and it gives you a whole list of local alternatives.
Signing up was a no-brainer for this Alberta chocolatier.
It's really important because we're definitely not street facing, so we're tucked away. And this app will definitely bring a lot more people in the store or just to visit our website and maybe purchase online.
More than 600 vendors are already on the Made in Alberta app. Danielle, you were on the panel last week. We talked about buying local heading into the holiday season. How motivated do you think consumers are to tap an app for assistance in sourcing Alberta, buy local options?
I think since we are seeing an increase in people interested in shopping local, this does give a useful tool. So, stories, hearing about it, letting people know that it's a trustworthy app is gonna help with that audience as well. And I do think that people are looking for local solutions and also reminders that they want to shop local, but make it effortless. So it certainly can't hurt.
Ellen, is this the type of assistance, technology, or otherwise that really going to make a difference for businesses working to make that mark locally? What do you make of the approach?
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I love it. It's all about the PR campaign that they put behind this. So promoting it, it's the first time hearing of it, to be honest with you. So I love how there's 600 businesses signed up. It's a great opportunity for the app creators to consider advertising and things like that as they grow, which will be great. And for the businesses who are already on there, promoting it to their fellow friends and their fellow business partners, the business improvement areas, letting all of the businesses within those BIAs know about it is critical. I'm hoping that there's also an online feature so you can order online through the app. I think that would be really helpful as a shopper and a consumer myself. But yeah, it's all about the PR that goes behind pushing out this idea, because it's definitely, there's an appetite for it.
An appetite, indeed. All right. One more topic, and that is the draw of Alberta's biggest city.
More people are showing their appetite to come to Calgary, and the business community is responding.
Thanks to events like the G7 Summit, Stampede, and the Rotary International Convention, the city is on pace for a record-breaking tourism year.
Celebrate that we're a winter city, and one of our passions at Tourism Calgary is ensuring that Calgary is a vibrant city year-round. So when I look at what we've accomplished in 2025 between new flight connectivity, between the growth of our meetings and convention space, it's clear that people want to see Calgary.
Domestic flights are up more than 9%, and international arrivals have increased 11%.
The people are great. The sites are wonderful. We managed to go to downtown. We hit up Banff and Lake Louise. Got my butt kicked snowboarding.
Have a ton of friends here at the University of Calgary and staying in Calgary a few nights and tons of fun, and I loved it.
Yeah, and 2026 looking up as well, with 19 major events and 12 conventions in the first 3 months of the year alone. Ellen, is this Calgary being Calgary, or is there something different in the air that's really turning a page on tourism, making the city that much more of a destination?
Yeah, I think, Calgary is full of innovators, movers and shakers. We're hustlers, we're hard workers. So this is definitely Calgary being Calgary, and there's so many things happening. I know that there's been initiatives like this going on for years to promote the winter season, because it's here and it lasts a long time, and we want to capitalize on that. So there's so many great things happening, and it's going to continue to happen. And I think it's also a testament to the developers here who are building really amazing buildings and revitalizing downtown and the business improvement areas, revitalizing the local spaces like the plaza, for example, in Kensington. So it's a combination of all the different industries working together. And I'm excited that we have tourists coming. I think it's great.
Danielle, should this make Edmonton envious, or is there something for the Alberta capital, the rest of the province, to take away from all that Calgary is accomplishing here on the tourism front?
Mm-hmm. Well, Calgary has been doing a great job. Let's not forget they also have proximity to the Rocky Mountains, which we do not have in the same way. And so they're always going to beat us where that's concerned. But you do see a concerted effort to have events, have space, have places for people to go once they have arrived in the city. And I think that's somewhere that Edmonton could really work on furthering. We've had a bit of a rough time since COVID in our recovery. There's been a lot of vacancies. There's been a lot of issues that have made people concerned about downtown. That still exists in Calgary. I've been there, and they have the same problems that we have. But there's some development and some neighborhoods and spaces that are just very welcoming. And I think Edmonton's still in recovery. Hopefully with our new city council, we'll see more of an initiative there.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, it's sure nice to see more visitors coming to see us in Alberta. We'll have to leave it there. We're out of time. Great to see you both. Hope you have an awesome weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.